who migrated from Mecca, Al-Ansar, Medina, and they lived together. SubhanAllah, it was the first time in the history of Islam, it wasn't that group in Mecca. It's only in Medina, Al-Munafiq. Hypocrites. Hypocrites. What did they do? They established a masjid there, claiming that this would be one of the best in order to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to manage their life affairs and so on and so forth. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala immediately revealed to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, وَالَّذِينَ اتَّخَذُوا مَسْجِدًا ضِرَارًا. Dirara means verbally to hurt Muslims. Darar. To hurt them. Diraran. وَكُفْرًا. It doesn't have anything to do with the belief system of Islam at all. وَتَفْرِيقًا بَيْنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. That was the third one for the characteristics of the munafiqeen, to divide Muslims. To divide. SubhanAllah, it's happening nowadays. Wallahi بحذفه. SubhanAllah. وتفريقا بين المؤمنين وإرصادا لمن حارب الله ورسوله. They would watch out who will be fighting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and see who is winning. If they found them winners, they go with them. If they found them defeated, they are away from them. وإرصادا لمن حارب الله ورسوله من قبل ولا يحلفن إن أردنا إلا الحسنى. They make the oath by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What we mean by establishing this masjid, just to do the good things. أنهم لكذب. Very, very hypocrites in Medina. That was the worst Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has witnessed there. والله يشهد إنهم لكاذبون. They are liars. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told them. لا تقم فيه أبدا. That's an order command from Allah to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Never be in this masjid ever. نعم. يأتي لا تقم فيه أبدا. and then he will give us لم يجد أسس على التقوى من أول يوم الخير وكم تقوم فيه رجال يحبون أن يتطهروا والله يحب المتطهرين. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam destroyed totally in order not to let them be there and to bring some other people with them. And then he will give the characteristics of the good masjid which established with the righteousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. لم أسس على التقوى من أول يوم. From the first day you establish your masjid on righteousness, أحق أن تقوم فيه. It does have the right to be فيه رجال يحبون أن يتطهروا. People, men and women, would love to purify themselves, would love to sanctify themselves. يحبون أن يتطهروا والله يحب المتطهرين. And then it goes on and on in the taqwa, which actually differentiate between the hypocrites and munafiqeen in Medina and the believers in Medina. And they still there for many situations to do Allah. We have seen some of them now. Everywhere. In any Muslim land, you see those bunch of munafiqeen, and you see them very sweet, doing a lot of good things around and helping this and helping that. But the hidden agenda to divide Muslims, to destroy Muslims and Islam. That's the hidden agenda. That's the hidden agenda. And subhanAllah, everywhere and that's why the hadith of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, ayatul munafiq thalath, we find those signs of the munafiqeen. إذا حدث كذب وإذا وعد أخلف وإذا اؤتمن خان. If you see him or them speaking, always tell lies. One of the characteristics of the munafiq. إذا حدث كذب وإذا وعد أخلف. If you give a promise, you never fulfill his or her or their promise. وإذا اؤتمن خان. If you trust him with anything, money, property, cars, whatever, he will betray you. If they will betray you, they will never keep that trust. And in the other hadith, it added a fourth one. You know the fourth one? وَإِذَا خَاصَمَ فَجْرًا. When he has a dispute with someone, be in the worst situation ever with that person. He would say that person is such and such, is such and such, is such and such. Bring all of those lies about that person, what they call it, character assassination, of that person. The fourth characteristic of the munafiq, of the hypocrite. وَإِذَا خَاصَمَ فَجَرَ. Subhanallah. And also see Allah. Some people say, for a very Shaykh there is a little dispute between him and someone, he make out of it a big fuss. Subhanallah. It does not need all of those things you talk about. It does not need all of those to bring and to enlarge and to keep talking about such a dispute. And that's why, subhanAllah, in Medina with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I'll share with you, inshallah, conclude this one. This is one question, one great question about the munafiqeen. When Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was about to go and fight the second major battle of Islam, battle of Uhud, and he was consulting with the believers, the Sahaba, what they should be doing. One, should we stay in Medina to defend Medina, or go outside to meet those al-Kuffar, those non-believers outside Medina and fight them as we did in the battle of Badr? They decided to came, as a matter of fact, in order to take revenge, that they were defeated in the battle of Uhud, defeated severely, and 70 of their prominent leaders were killed. So there was a discussion. The Sahaba of Rasulullah and Rasulullah, what we can do. Now we know that our eyes, our intelligence, told us that they outnumber us, they will equipped, and they are deciding to kill all of us. What can we do? What will be the plan? At that moment, there was no revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There was no wahy to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam what to do. So he consulted with his companion, the Sahaba, what should we do? The youth of the Sahaba, the very young ones, especially those ones we did not participate in the battle of Badr, and they did not come to Islam. But once they came to Islam, they loved to be in one of the major battlefields. They told Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we can go outside Medina and defend ourselves, and we can be very victorious. There was a dispute, there was an argument, there was a discussion. Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul, the leader of the hypocrites in Medina at that time, well, just listening and listening and listening. And once Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam decided what should be done, he actually sided with the opinions of the young ones, very, very enthusiastic, and would like to go and fight, be shaheed, martyrs, that's fine, win the war, that's fine. No matter what the outcome is, but we'll defend Islam, we'll defend the Muslim, we'll defend Medina, inshallah. And Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was kind of which way we can go. But anyhow, he decided, let's go and we'll fight, inshallah. Once Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul, the leader of the hypocrites, heard Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying that, let's go and fight, he said, uh-oh. He did not listen to me. What? He did not listen to me. He did not side up with my opinion. I am old enough, I'm one of the leaders of Medina, I can tell him what to do, he will be victorious, or be such and such. And Allah knows what it was in his heart. Even if he said, we'll take your opinion, he will come up with something else in order to oppose Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this is actually the hypocrisy. And he said, he listened to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I will withdraw. I will take all my forces and retreat, and I'm not going to participate in that battle. If you'd like to go fight yourself. Because you did not listen to me. See now, the hypocrisy. When it comes to a situation, he can take a revenge, he can. And why? Why Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul himself said so? When Prophet Muhammad was about to come to Al-Medina, the Jewish tribes come closer to him and say, if you want to ask me this, we can create a result of my family. So he withdrew 1/3 of the Muslim army. He said, we're not going to fight, you Muhammad will fight, whatever you would like to fight, go ahead. By the time the Prophet Muhammad was about to come to Al-Medina, the Jewish tribe and also Al-Khazraj were about to appoint him as the leader of Al-Medina. But once Prophet Muhammad came to Al-Medina, who would be the leader? Someone else or the Prophet Muhammad? It's the Prophet, it's the messenger. So there was no way for Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul to be the leader. So Muhammad because of Islam, because of the migration to Al-Medina, he is the Prophet, he is the messenger, he should be the leader. Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul could be a Muslim under the leadership of Muhammad sallallahu. He never did this. And he never forgot. And he was waiting for a moment to seek revenge against Muhammad sallallahu. Waited and waited and waited and waited till it was the battle of Uhud. Battle of Uhud, now Muhammad took the opinion of the young ones. He did not consider his opinion and said, okay, as long as you decide this way, I'm going to withdraw 1/3 of the army of Muslims. 1/3.
He had 1/3.
Huh?
He had 1/3 with him. Hypocrite?
Like today, like today. Sometimes they have the army under another leadership, or 3/4 of the army under someone leadership. History repeats itself. History repeats itself. For as long as we apply and follow the teaching of Islam and the teaching of Muhammad will be straight. You take any other teachings around us, wallahi, forget it. And we can look at it. Subhanallah. Give me in any part of the Muslim world, you do not find those the betrayals and those hypocrites, al-munafiqeen, and those who do not want to adhere by Islam or anything. Look, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Gaza. That young teenager was visiting his family members in Gaza from Florida. And they killed him in a brutal way. And what we're doing as Muslims, not even a statement to say, Ya Allah, dua for them. Again, I'm talking about the children.
The Jews killed this boy, but also the Palestinians took 2 of the children and killed them before that.
Right.
Okay, so it's a
Say the Palestinian killed 3, and the Jewish state killed 1. But since 48, how many Palestinians were killed and how many Jews were killed?
Oh, that's something different.
No, it's different. The same story. The same. And if we come and say it's 1 yesterday and 3 the day before, and we forget about how many thousands since 48, why will we forget about occupation? Why will we forget about oppression? Why will we forget about Subhanallah Rabbil Alameen? Wallahi, if I share with you, I'm sure you'll follow the news. and how your brothers and sisters, kids in Palestine, I'm not talking about Gaza, Allah, and by itself, in Palestine. By the end of the day, when they are fasting, but they break the fasting off, Allah, not even a sip of fresh water. Allah, they continue the following day fasting without breaking the fasting. Allah, in Palestine, fasting. By the end of the day, like us, would like to have a civil war, first civil war to pray for some days. What do you mean? At least it means they don't find nothing. And they will keep fasting for the following day. May Allah send them something on the following day. And all of us are watching. All of us are watching. Yani we don't even say one word. Yani stop it, or that's enough, or there is no way for revenge, and this have, at least, the month of Ramadan and so on. I'm not saying only Palestinians have been suffering this. Syria, children, refugee camps, no food. Iraqis, in northern part of Iraq now, refugee camps everywhere. Afghanistan, Somalia, look at the fighting there. Somalia now, why they are fighting? Why Sudan? Why Nigeria? Muslim kids have been abducted by Muslims. I'm not saying by non-Muslims. Afghanistan, there is an election. Someone declared winner and the other one was defeated. And all of a sudden we knew that there was a fraud in the election. That's why we're here in Masjid Al-Iman in Minneapolis, Minnesota, in the state of Minnesota, in America. We should be thankful and grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Work over work. Money, we have money. Income, we have income. Cars, we have cars. Housing, we own housing. If not owning, we renting. If not renting, we're living with someone. We have a job, different jobs, and so on. So we say, Alhamdulillah, Allahumma akbar. And comparing to them back home, children who are this age, the age of those children. Till when or how it went, subhanAllah, may Allah accept our the least to concede. But that issue of hypocrisy, it has been there, it is now, till the day of judgment. It will never disappear. But we have to be careful. We have to be extra careful with those four sides. If one of them is on me, I got to be extra careful. How about if the four of them are there? Lying, not trustworthy, in dispute, be able in a day or so and say, forgive me, I forgive you, everything will be okay. And be in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Be in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Otherwise, we will be carrying those disease without realizing what are among those hypocrites, those munafiqeen. And if you think of the ayah of the Quran, إِنَّ الْمُنَافِقِينَ كَانُوا في الدرك الأسفل من النار. Hypocrites will be in the lowest, worst level of the hellfire. Not even in the first level, or second down, or third down, or in the basement of the hellfire. No, in the lowest and the worst level of hellfire. كانوا في الدرك الأسفل من النار. والعياذ بالله. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not for any one of us to be among them, not for any one of us to suffer as they have been suffering. Allahumma ameen, Allahumma ameen. Wa akhiru da'wana, alhamdulillah, rabbil alamin. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum.